Let's see what we have to do. Yeah, we were asked to go to mains. But other than that car thing I found earlier, there's also something in the library. So I think we might as well just go do that now. If there is more casino stuff to do, we might do it later if we get more equipment to unlock and stuff like that. Because in the previous game, that's how you got some evasion gear. And evasion gear seems to be very good in these games. Yeah, right here. Let me just save. This is a hidden side quest. It's just an interview, if I remember correctly. And you have to answer correctly if you want all the points it can give. I see, I see. That's certainly an interesting way to put it. Oh, hello, Lloyd. Hello, Lloyd, my boy. Your timing couldn't be better. This is Nielsen, the man I told you about earlier. So you're the international journalist, then. Nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD Special Support Section. You can tell he's blind because his eyes are closed. So this is the SSS, and if you're Lloyd, that would make you its leader, right? Haha, you have a very clean, crisp voice, if you don't mind my saying. Oh, pardon my asking, but would you happen to be blind? That's correct. I lost my vision in an accident many years ago. There you are, Director. Your break has been over for ages. The front desk misses you, you know. Whoopsie daisy, seems I got a bit too wrapped up in my conversation. You'll have to excuse me. Duty calls, as they say. Of course. Why don't we catch up and exchange notes again sometime soon? Sure thing. Drop by whenever you like. Looks like you're up, Lloyd. Take care. Oh, sure. What did he mean by... please, allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Nielsen, a freelance journalist. Journalist. I'm having trouble pronouncing it, sorry. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Same here, nice to meet you. Nielsen, where have I heard that name before? Truth be told, I've been greatly looking forward to meeting with the Special Support Section. It's an honor. I'll be frank, I'd like to submit a support request of sorts. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure, how can we help? The thing is, I'm currently conducting an investigation into the cult incident from this past spring. However, there are several elements of the case that remain unclear to me. So, whom better to consult than the team that played a pivotal role in resolving that very crisis? You want to interview us about the cult incident? It sounds like you already know a thing or two about it. I was about to say that Noelle didn't have anything to do with it, but she kind of clutched us out towards the end of the... towards... when we're on the way to the final dungeon. Wazzy didn't really do anything, did he? I don't remember him actually having anything to do with the ending. What should we do, Lloyd? Given the sensitive nature of the topic, we have to be very careful about what we reveal. You're right, but on the other hand, going through with this interview might help refresh our minds on what actually happened. Let's cooperate with Nielsen and get some extra detective points. Who'd be crazy enough to go like, no, let's not do the side quest? If you insist, alright, we'll agree to an interview. However, say no more. I know there are things that one in your position shouldn't reveal. You are free to decline as many questions as you wish. I also think it would be best to consider anything we discussed today as strictly off the record. Got it, thanks for understanding. One thing though, where should we hold it? I think doing it here could pose a problem. In that case, how about the sitting area upstairs? It's relatively secluded, and we'll know if anyone is nearby. I think it's the perfect spot. Looks like a good idea to me. Let's head over. You got the detective music as well. Let's begin by laying out the context behind the incident. It began with the DG cult, whose creed called for rejecting Aidios in favor of worshipping devils. Over 10 years ago, they committed a series of child abductions all over the continent. I would like to review the manner in which these kidnappings were resolved 6 years ago. At the time, a large-scale operation was conducted to expose and exterminate the cult's lodges across the continent. Can you tell me the forces responsible for carrying out that operation? Yes, it was... who were the groups that conducted the DG cult suppression operation 6 years ago? Options are national militaries and police forces, Bracer guild branches across Samuria, or all of the above. Answer is all of the above. I'm just double checking, give me a second. Yeah, all of the above. A joint effort between multiple national militaries, police forces, and Bracer guild branches, right? Correct. Due to the scale of the abductions, an international task force was assembled to carry out the investigation. Precisely. And leading that task force as its commander was Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild, who was the dad of the protagonist of the previous games. May I interrupt for a moment? When you say Cassius Bright, you mean the Brigadier General Bright, commander of the Royal Liberalian Army? Precisely. He retired from active duty and spent around 10 years as a bracer. He only rejoined the army 2 years ago. That's quite the career trajectory. Maybe so, but there's something else that caught my attention. The name Bright. I didn't consider it until now, but could there be any relation? Yeah, I confirmed it while reviewing documents during my training with the 1st Division. Cassius Bright is Estelle Bright's father, and Joshua is his adopted son. And those two are boning. I knew it. That's some coincidence. I have to point it out that they're brothers, technically. In the eyes of the law. They're siblings. I thought there was something special about her during our little foot race. Little did I know she was born to fame. So, you know the daughter of Brigadier General Bright, do you? I'm well acquainted with her exploits through my work, but personally, not so much. It's kind of a long story, but you got to know her a little bit earlier this year. That's neither here nor there, though. My apologies for getting us off topic. Please continue. Very well, then. 6 years ago, the suppression operation was carried out under the command of Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild. The operation was believed to have wiped out as much as 90% of the cult's influence. Among the participants was a certain promising squad from the Crossbow Police Department led by one Sergei Liu. The same Sergei Liu who serves as section chief of the SSS today. He and his 2 subordinates carried the flag of the CPD for that operation. Said subordinates would be none other than Arius MacLean and Guy Bannings, the older brother of Lloyd Bannings. Looks like you've done your homework. You even know the connection between me and Guy. I mean, you guys look just the same. Even among the police, there are only a select few who have this much information. You're even wearing similar clothing. When you've done this for as long as I have, you develop a reliable network of sources. Guy Bannings himself used to be one of them, in fact. He was? Yes, Guy lent me his aid time and time again prior to his passing. But I digress. There was also another crossbowline who played a role in the cult investigation. That would be Ian Grimwood, a lawyer and civilian advisor. Were we aware of this? Yeah, I think we were. At least he brought it up in cutscenes of the previous game. Even then, Mr. Grimwood was well known and respected for his expertise on civil rights. I'm told he even contributed to gathering intelligence on the abductees. I do recall him telling us about he assisted with the investigation, so that's the role he played. I've also heard that both the church and a mysterious organization made covert interventions down the line. Because of them, whatever influence the cult retained after the suppression quickly vanished. The church. Is that what Father Kevin was referring to back at the Altair Lodge? And the mysterious organization is likely that society we learned about. Both of them sure like to remain on the slide, don't they? Nevertheless, the cult's activities should have concluded years ago, and yet, several months ago, it became evident that remnants of the cult were still alive and well. I know you're all too aware of who I'm referring to. Of course, Joachim Gwenter, one of their surviving members, finally crawled out of the woodwork. Precisely. He clearly had knowledge of the cult's inner workings well before the incident. In the end, however, did Joachim Gwenter serve as their leader? He was a high priest, is the correct answer. Answers are: he was the leader, he was a high priest, he was a simple cultist. I'm actually not sure about who the leader was. Or if there was one. That's right, he said as much himself. Yeah, but he also seemed to have a knack for research. It sounded like he supervised a bunch of experiments. I think that's what led to his familiarity with the cult's inner workings. A reasonable theory. It was that position which allowed him to advance his research through the rituals they conducted around the continent. And after he successfully evaded the suppression operation 6 years ago, he went into hiding. Upon learning of former Speaker Hartman's weakness for a facility called Paradise, he was able to take refuge in Crossbow. Finally, he perfected a drug bearing the name for true wisdom, Gnosis. I'm unclear on the specifics, but my understanding is that he produced it to fulfill the cult's ambitions. That's right, the cult's ambitions. He said their goal was to make Kia into the true god. Yeah, he also claimed he could perceive things while under the influence of red Gnosis, but in the end, we didn't get an opportunity to question him for all the details. Because he melted after overdosing. However that works. As always, there are no answer questions. But I do believe we've outlined most of the particulars about the incident. So now I'd like to finish by reflecting on the DG cult's origins. Would that be alright with you? The cult's origins? Yes, would you happen to know how long the cult dates back? How many years ago is the DG cult thought to have originated? We have 1200 years ago, 500 years ago, or 50 years ago. The correct answer is B, 500 years ago. They should be all the questions. The cult traces back over 500 years ago to Gospel's Middle Ages. And what makes you say that? We heard it from Joachim himself. He told us that powerful alchemists used to roam this land 500 years ago. According to him, the cult had been making use of their technology ever since. Though of course, anything about their history prior to that is pretty unclear. I see. To think Joachim Gwenter would willingly reveal so much. Yes, alchemists once lived in these lands, the very same ones who built the Stargazer's Tower. It's amazing to think that their knowledge, which before was merely legend, would be corroborated in such a sinister way. It's certainly surprising. Yes, and on that note, do you suppose this means that the little girl all of you took in is also over 500 years old? Just how much do you know about the incident? My apologies, that remark was uncouth of me. It was merely a ludicrous notion that I arrived at by combining our respective pools of information. I swear by the goddess that I wouldn't print such a thing, so please, be at ease. Right. And with that, I believe our interview has come to an end. Thank you very much for your cooperation today. This whole experience was very enlightening indeed. Not at all, it was helpful for us as well. I believe it's time for me to be heading to my next appointment. If you'll excuse me then. Perhaps we can do this again in the future, should the opportunity arise. This is the point where someone says it's okay, she's actually 500 years old and I just want to die. For a blind man, he sure walks with a spring in his step. There's really something about him, isn't there? Yeah, he's full of surprises in more ways than one. But he did give his word about Kia, so let's hope we can trust him. Right. What's up, Ellie? It finally hit me why his name sounded familiar. That man just now was Marcel Nielsen. He's a crossbone journalist who won the Pulitzer Prize about 10 years ago. Wow, even I've heard of the Pulitzer Prize. Yeah, it's an international award given to the most outstanding journalist each year. That explains how he was so insightful. Wait, if he's from Crossbow, does that mean... Yes, he once worked as a correspondent for the Crossbow News Service. He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for his coverage of a war, the very same one that robbed him of his vision. Since then, he's continued covering news all over the continent as a freelancer for several publications. Mr. Nielsen is distinguished among even the best journalists. He's that talented. Really now, who would have guessed we were being interviewed by a celebrity? Marcel Nielsen. We should speak with him again sometime if we get the chance, and we will. There are other hidden side quests like this one throughout the game. They're mostly chances to explore the lore of the game, or have a deeper conversation about currently occurring events. And also to get a couple extra points for the detective rewards at the end of the game, or at the end of the chapter. So while we're at it, let's just report this one so we can make sure that we got all the points. Okay, we got the 2 extra points for answering all questions correctly. Okay.
報告は以上ですね。では、また依頼を達成したらよろしくお願いします。
Okay. I was just checking some stuff on the playthrough. It seems like we have nothing left to do in the city for now, which means we are free to go up to Mainz. We have some options how to get there. We can go by car, as the game suggested. We can go by bus, which we're not going to because what's the point? Or we can go on foot, which is what we're actually going to do. This will give us a chance to scan all the monsters in the way, get any treasure chests that we can find, and also get an extra scene that will let us see a couple extra NPCs and get some extra DP later down the line. So you don't want to miss that. Wait, haven't we fought this rabbit monster before? No, I guess it's a different one. Okay. We still don't have Tio, so I guess we're just gonna have to use Ellie to analyze enemies. So you might be wondering why I'm bothering, since I already messed it up like twice to get all of them in the game. But I can still get a bunch of rewards even if I don't get the final one. I don't like using analyze items. I hate using battle scope. Actually, we should, like, because I hate it so much, I didn't have any on hand. And I wasn't able to analyze wall. I did point it out during the fight earlier, but I already messed up 2 of them. Do you remember the final fight of the boss of the previous, of the prologue? I messed that up, I only did it for his base form. Then we messed up this one, or wall, because I just didn't have any items. And there are a couple other enemies that haven't popped up here. There are shining palms that you also need to analyze to get everything. But for the most part, you can just run around and do it at the end of the game if you haven't found them yet. So I'm not gonna bother too much about that. So much for a full 100% playthrough, huh? I did say, like, as a disclaimer at the beginning, that I was probably gonna mess up both the chests and the monsters. I'm mostly focusing on the side quests. When he kissed her after her I do, her lips made no effort to return it. He shielded the cold sense from the blushing reception by cupping her cheeks in his hands and tugging her tightened hair out of its bun. It looks like there's like a story hidden in some of the treasure chests. I don't know why it's speaking. I don't know why it's reading smut out to me. I'm afraid of what the next 60 parts of that is going to be, because it looks like that's how many there are. Damn it. And so we open the next one, it's just a list of tags before the text. What am I doing?
さてとエニグマ駆動
Luckily, it's all the same enemy, so I don't need to bother doing it more than
いき
once.
ますやあさてとや
任せてくれ行くよ
いきますそこ
任せてと
任せやさあ先を急ぎましょうや
There's something on the ground. Fish fillet. We've already analyzed that monster, but maybe there's something behind it? Sorry, maybe there's another monster with it?
よし
No, never mind, it's just this thing.
俺の番と
Let's try to be fast about killing them.
はいやあ
よしと
そこ
行くよ
いきますそこ
よし
I don't know what that status effect is, but I'm kind of scared.
みんな
Okay.
怪我はない
That might have been confusion. What's up this way?
や
Oh, fishing spot. We could take advantage of
ここなら
it.
釣れそうだな
When it comes to excellent places to fish, the main mountain path doesn't miss. So this might be convenient because we also need to feed the cat at the top of our building in the coming chapters, so it's always good to have some fish on hand. I guess this is the start of us filling up our fishing encyclopedia. I also did say that I plan to get all of them in the game.
それ
If we can actually catch anything with this rod here. Come on, game. There we go.
まこんなもんかな
Snow crab.
それ
Oh, we're not allowed to put it in high speed mode when we're fishing. That sucks.
まこんなもんかな
Can we only get snow crabs from here? I guess the crab can be used as bait later on for other fishing rods, so I might as well stock up a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's all we can get here, actually. Oh well. Let's keep on going. Are we seeing that enemy? Okay, I think that's the boss that we're meant to kill over there. That mark in the minimap. Did you know chests are natural-born boxers? It's no surprise, really. We're always squared up. Oh, it's one of those things. Can I, like, get these things to back off for a minute? Damn it. Just look away.
よし一気に行くぞ
行きますそこ
任せてくれで
さてと
行くよ
あたった
よしで
さてそこ
やれやれいい夢は見られたかい
So if you wonder why I said, like, oh, it's that thing, those enemies tend to be assholes in every game that they're in. Any reference to that other big Falcom series would be a great Easter egg. Easter egg. I guess we did have one from from the casino. Like this monster, if I recall correctly, I hope this one doesn't do this. But oftentimes what they do is if you attack multiple of them at once, or if if they get under a specific amount of health, they'll do an AoE that hits every member of the party for most of their health. Repeatedly. And it's awful.
行きましょう皆さん
分かった
All while there's a million of them. And meanwhile, Noelle can only do AoE moves.
行きますよ
Unless I spend AP. Okay, let's analyze one of them and see what they do actually.
任せてくれいってや僕の番か
さてと
Oh, it interrupts us. Oh, it's not that it interrupts us. Like I got silenced. Then how the fuck am I supposed to analyze them? Wait until there's only one? Oh, they're doing it. Fuck.
僕の番か
They might just do it randomly then, in this case, which is better than them doing it by a trigger. Let's see, items, or is whenever they get attacked they do this. I may have to just start killing them. Let's see what happens if I just do this.
いきます
One dead.
行くぞ
私の番ね
Okay. Let's have Ellie move around.
まずいね
We might just die. Actually, there's no need to die. Let me see. What S-craft does Ellie have?
今のは
Motherfucker. I was hoping for the heal. I didn't realize I had the wrong thing equipped.
まずい
Wait, if Ellie is dead, who's gonna analyze them?
えいありがとうまずい負けられないエニグマ
まずいね
Okay. That was awful, but we sort of figured out how to work through it.
ありがとうありがと
Can cause earthquakes and landslides when injured. Okay, so you're supposed to just kill them straight up or focus on one of them at a time.
負けるか参ったエニグスナイ
う直さないと
This is awful. I want them to have some.
えい
グラッツ
I want them to get the experience from fighting this. That's why I'm going out of my way to heal them.
ありがとう面倒だな
Oh, we just died.
参ったな
Yeah, this enemy is a problem. Basically, is what I want to say.
え
So let's see. I want to analyze one of them. Just let me analyze them and I'll just blow them all up. That's all I want to do. Let's move back a bit
よーし
so they all bunch up trying to get closer to us. Just please don't mute Ellie. Okay,
僕の
perfect.
番か
はい
俺の番だな
One of them is gonna get another turn first. Sorry, I'm thinking very hard about how to do this.
さてと
I think I have no way to kill all of them in one shot. It's like my biggest problem right now.
私の番ね
This is gonna trigger all of them, which may be a mistake.
いきます
They didn't even die.
目標を今のはこれで私の番ね気高き目
行くよ行くよ
But you definitely want to just try to explode them all like this. Okay, we're still alive. Even if that was awful. Let's see what we can do. Can we kill... Anyone we can kill, we should take the chance to do so. Now, Ellie, you have one skill that you can't do right now. Damn. This one probably won't attack now, right? It already had its turn, I hope. I can't trust it to have done it. Let's try to kill with Lloyd. Oh, I killed myself right now. Damn. I was sure Lloyd would do a lot more damage on that. You know, let's not bother. Let's just try to kill it. Forget about experience. Let's just kill it. Even if everyone's getting a level up except for Wazi. It has to go. I hate this thing. Every time it shows up in a game, I hate this enemy. And it's always the same thing, too. Oh, hey, it's a craft book. Looks like there's another useful combination attack detailed in it. I think Ellie and Noelle would match well with this one. So the strategy is basically you kill them right away. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with them in, like, the harder difficulties. What the hell? I don't want to fight another enemy right now. What a nightmare. Anyway. That was a mess, but we can still heal Wazi. Oh, I was just thinking, actually. I probably have enough Sepith to unlock some slots, right? We've been getting quartz, but haven't been able to equip it. I'm thinking once we get to Mainz, I'm gonna rush back to Crossbow City and just take care of that before heading right back out.
一見の価値ありだね。ああ、晴れてよかったよ。山道方面が晴れっていうのは確かだったみたいだな。
So you do get different events depending on whether you decide to walk, drive, or take the bus. So that's something to consider if you're making the choice and you don't care about missing stuff on the way. I hate that you can't pick stuff up or open treasure chests when there's enemies nearby. 8 out of 61. It has certainly not been the wedding of his dreams, yet Cyril had been sympathy for the woman. Yet Cyril held deep sympathy for the woman, for from the moment he met her father, he had seen that he loved his daughter in the way nobility loved fine jewelry. As an object, or possession, I would assume. In the previous game, there was a monster chest up here, and it was kind of a doozy. Is there another one this time around? Yep. Just making sure that Wazi's all healed up. How did it see me? I was behind it. Okay, so depending on what this is, I may just have to try to analyze it and then run away. Or I don't even have analyze items, so I might just run away straight up. Okay, no. This should be very doable. I love that Noel's auto attack is just an AoE. You know, let's just get everyone bunched up. We can take the damage. Oh, come on. I missed half the enemies? Oh, as we got Noel to pick up the slack.
私や
僕の番か任せて行くよ出直してきなよ
So much strategy. This chest has a content respawn rate of 0%. Cool. Now that we know, we'll never open it again. We're probably breaking Noelle's heart right now.
景色も綺麗だったしいいんじゃないかしら
She was so excited about the car and we're just not using it.
そうですねちょっと残念かも
やれやれこんなに歩かされる部署だとは思わなかったなところであっちにも道が続いてるけど何があるんだい
We would have missed so many treasure chests if we'd taken the car, not to mention that monster quest.
ああローゼンベルク工房さ
ちょっと曰く付きの人形師がいらっしゃるんだけど
へえあの知る人ぞ知る人形工房かそういえば例のオークションで本当は出品される予定だったっけ
Yeah, we adopted this post doll.
そんなこともあったな結局あれが誰の仕業か未だ明らかになっていないもうレンはいないけどちょっと様子を見に行こうか
So you do want to stop by the studio. It actually gives you points later on down the line, so if you're going for 100% playthrough, you kind of have to do it. This is the main reason why we went on foot. Oh, there's nothing here? Okay, not even a treasure chest. Come on. Look at it slowly coming closer to me. Not letting me open my treasure chest. Obtain country gears. 9 out of 61. What do I do? He moaned yet again, this time gently massaging the hoods of his eyes, which again eased nothing, for he was aware he stood in the way of true love. Wait, what? He stood in the way of true love between Genevieve and Jubilee. We're getting... The plot thickens. I guess I should say. Oh wow, I don't remember who was gonna be here.
くどい。お主を入れるつもりはない。いかに13工房の統括者といえ、立ち入る権利はないはずだ。
まあいいだろう。あれはナンバー15の所有物。元より取り上げるつもりはないさ。しかしマイスター、データは一通り渡してもらうよ。それがあのお方のご意思でもあるのだからね。
お主に言われるまでもない。
本当に仲が悪いな。博士も嫌われていると分かってて、わざわざ尋ねなきゃいいのに。
何を言ってるのかね。私とマイスターは旧知の仲。特に人形作りに関しては固い師弟の絆で結ばれているんだからね。
ざれ言はやめるがいい。所詮わしの技術など結社にしてみれば古臭いもの。お主の統合理論があればわしに耐える必要などあるまい。
ご謙遜を。こと人形の調整にかけてマイスターの右に出る人間なんて。
It's crazy that you can miss this by just driving, like the game tells you to.
ああ、でもパテルマテルにつけたあの回路だけはいただけないね。あれじゃせっかくの殲滅天使のポテンシャルが無駄になってしまうじゃないか。
この下道が。
すみません。
And it's like, hello, what's up?
おや。
You guys look pretty friendly, huh?
あれお客さんみたいだね。
カンパネルラ、要件は済んだだろう。
You guys look pretty chill. How about we talk for a minute?
とっとと立ち去るがいい。
了解。ほらほら博士、さっさと次に行かないと。今日中に用を済ませてラボに戻るんだろ
う。もちろんだとも。それではマイスター、これで失礼させてもらうよ。例の子たちも完成次第チェックをお願いするからね。
くどい。とっとと失せるがいい。
それじゃあまた。
何をほうけている。
すみません。
その説はどうもご無沙汰していました。
特務支援課か。久しいな。レンはリベールに去った。ここに何の用だ。
We just wanted to say hello.
近くに来たので挨拶に
Literally the only reason we stopped.
その来客中に失礼しました。
招かれざる客だ。そのことは気にしておらん。だが今は特に話すことがあるわけでもあるまい。何か要件ができたら改めて尋ねてくるがいい。蓮に免じて話くらいは聞こう。
勝手に門が閉まった。
古めかしいけど何か仕掛けでもあるのかな。ああ、とんでもないからくりを作っている場所だからな。それにさっきの来客も気になるな。
ええ、招かれざる客って言ってたけど、なんていうかその怪しげな感じだったわね。
そうですね。まあ危険そうには見えませんでしたけど。
危険そうには。
No, it's like they didn't seem dangerous. Damn. Oh no. You sweet summer child. Anyway, let's work our way down. Let's see, still need to figure out what we can find over here. There should be some more treasure chests on the way to the town. Should be a couple new enemies here as well. Oh, I wasn't expecting Noel to kill it. Damn. I just wanted to weaken it a little bit.
Yeah,
like that. Let's see, art.
行くぞ。これが俺たちの力だ。
This is our power.
そこ奇襲成功チャ
I'm
ンス
having some trouble seeing the thing.
行きますそこ
任せてくれ。
え
僕の番か。
Whew, okay.
や
行くぞ。
It just insta-killed him. It just insta-killed Wasi. And I can't revive him because I don't have
さてと
I don't have enough It insta-killed Noel!
こんなところかしら
Okay. I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to town. Fuck this. The spider just kind of bopped them and they just exploded. I guess that deadliest spider thing wasn't for wasn't for show. Let's head back to the city. Look, they're fine. It's okay. Did you get anything this last Steam sale? I actually didn't get anything, I don't think. I've been mostly busy with the lore run for Honkai Impact. That game is such a mess. Oh, we're not allowed to rest here. We should be able to rest at the SSS, right? I've been mostly busy with that in terms of games, so I haven't looked around for new games to buy. I see that right now, Resident Evil 4 Remake came out, and a lot of people are also playing the beta for Diablo 4. I don't think that game's come out yet, right? The beta for, the full game for Diablo 4. I don't know if, like, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Diablo in the first place, so I don't know if I want to purchase it. Even if it comes out, particularly after all the issues that Blizzard has been coming up with. And as for Resident Evil, honestly, I'm a bitch when it comes to horror games, so I don't even know if I want to play it. There are a lot of games that I feel a lot more comfortable with just watching. And Resident Evil sometimes is a bit strange to call like a horror game because of how campy it gets, but it's still usually in the category of games that I enjoy watching over playing. So I'm just usually I'm having fun like catching streams while I'm working, just listening to it in the background, or while I'm playing other games, just listening to that. Honestly, in terms of games coming out, I'm mostly interested in fighting games. Oh, just thinking about stuff that I need to do. I did say I was going to upgrade my slots so I could start equipping new quartz. I'm mostly thinking about fighting games, but like the next game that comes out is gonna be Street Fighter 6. Yeah, 6, and that's coming out in like July. So it's like a ways off. Can I open more of these? Other than that, like at some point we'll hear about Granblue Fantasy versus Rising again. I think at the end of the month they were going to show some more trailers. That's gonna be fun. They already showed the sheep girl with big horns. What's BS, Brayless? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I wonder. I feel like Mortal Kombat has a bigger mainstream audience than Grand Blue Versus. So in some way, I can kind of understand it, but in another, like, I don't like NRS games very much in the first place. So if you tell me that they're gone, if you tell me that they're not there, I'm just happy that they're not in there. Let's see. Detailed information about enemies without analyzing. Do I even want to give this to Ollie? You feel like it's a worse game? It's like, honestly, I don't know. I haven't even played like a Mortal Kombat game since I was 10 or something like that. I was very young when I first and last played a last Mortal Kombat game. And they always felt clunky as shit. I guess if I played like a newer one, I might feel better, but I still don't like the presentation anyway. No, wait, I played Mortal Kombat X, now that I think about it. The reboot one. That was really weird. And I still didn't like it. Anyway, let's give Noelle some attack stuff. Probably gonna make the most out of it. Should I give her Seal? Oh, I can also move this over here, huh? Oh, she won't be able to equip Seal because she has Poison up on her. Or should I give her... Hard to say. Lloyd, should I give him more attack? I feel like he could use attack. But I'm sort of using as a mini tank. Oops. getting mixed up there. I was hoping I could get something like Breath, an AoE heal on him. Yeah, I guess it's kind of sad that Grand Blue Versus wouldn't make it to Evo, but at the same time, that game has had so many issues in its lifetime. I guess it just came out at the wrong time. Soon, though, we'll get to see that game with actual proper like rollback netcode, and it'll get a new lease on life with new characters and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that game coming out again. Like I said, at the same time, like we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 showing up in Evo, so I guess it doesn't matter like what comes out. Sorry, it doesn't matter what it is. Like it might just show up in Evo at this point. Your friend group bought Grand Blue Versus and shelved it immediately. That's super sad. I really enjoyed playing that game. If Multiplayer Grand Finals is in the bathroom. Yes, it is. Let's stop making the bathroom jokes. It's a fine game on its own. It's not a toilet game anymore, please. I'm just throwing in random quartz. Actually, I should give her EP actually. Okay, I spent enough time equipping people again. Let's bring our car. At least part of the way. Or we can't. Damn, I just wanted to stop at the... Never mind. I guess I'll take the bus to the checkpoint between the town and the city. It was a shame because I really loved playing Grand Blue Fantasy versus. No, Grand Blue Fantasy. I actually kind of hated the gacha game. I played the whole first arc, but the minute you can't beat it just playing with normal, you need to start getting good equipment sets. Just having a gacha that's almost 90% reliant on the equipment you build just annoys the hell out of me. I like it more where it's more based on the characters themselves and you building them rather than their equipment.